The following is an SAT sentence completion question that is asking for completing a single blank in a sentence. So let's go ahead and check that out. My history teacher encouraged the class to avoid being preoccupied with our national pasts and to instead adopt blank worldview as we embark on our studies. It turns out here that we have, because of the word instead, to pick a word to fit this blank here that is going to give the opposite meaning of what was said in the first half of the sentence with what the history teacher encouraged to do. So whatever word we pick has to be the opposite of being preoccupied with our own national pasts. So let's go ahead and look at which word here means the opposite of being preoccupied by the national past. A rudimentary worldview. Well, if you have a rudimentary worldview, that says nothing about preoccupation with your past, because it means that it's not a well-developed worldview, so that doesn't make sense. A diametric worldview. A diametric worldview would mean that you have a sort of like a dual, two opposing ideas about the world. And still, that doesn't have anything to do with preoccupation with your past. An appeasing worldview. Same thing, nothing to do with worrying about your past or where you come from. An ethnocentric worldview. So this makes a lot of sense if we were just thinking about it having anything to do with your preoccupation with your national past. But what is being asked here is that instead of being preoccupied with the national past, we should embark on something else. And a person who's ethnocentric, who cares only about people who belong to their ethnicity, would care about their past, their national past, a little bit too much. It would be the opposite of adopt a different than ethnocentric point of view, potentially. So that doesn't make sense. And we're left with this last answer choice here, a cosmopolitan. It turns out this is the correct answer, in that a cosmopolitan person, a worldly person, would think of themselves as a member of a global community, a global society, associated with city life as well, where we would no longer be worried about necessarily the past national pasts. So cosmopolitan would be the best answer to fit this this blank here. I hope that helped with this problem, and happy programming.